coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm the board game teacher. Thanks for coming to my games room. Today I want to talk about the fourth part in my 5-part series on the Peel District School Board's Plan for Student Success model. Today we're talking about equity and inclusion. One thing that's great about board games and board gaming is that it is so open to anybody who is interested in it. It doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't matter your nationality. Nothing matters except the fact that that's what you're interested in. So when people are interested in learning about board games, then there's ways to do so. There's websites that you can go to, such as BoardGameGeek.com. There's a lot of things up on YouTube, but you can also go to a meetup. And meetups are one way I've talked a lot about in the channels previously that I think is a great way to meet new people and to find out more about the hobby. I've often seen people come in who have zero or little experience with board games and board gaming, and they want to just come to find out more. And generally speaking, the people who are at these events are very open, very welcoming, and will gladly sit down and play a game with you. Overall, when you go, you'll find that there's plenty of opportunities to play new games and try out new games and learn about the hobby. So when you're looking at things like equity and inclusion, again, when we drop all those social barriers and can just treat each other as opponents, I guess is the word. When you're playing a game against another person, and oftentimes they are your opponents unless you're playing a cooperative game. But in this case, it's an opponent in a fun and tongue-in-cheek sense, because they're only an opponent in the game sense and in no other way. In fact, by playing the game with them, you open up those opportunities to even make new friendships, which I know I have done in the years of my attending some of these meetups. And there's also plenty of opportunity for inclusion. I know that in my board game club, I've had students who have been members who are, autistic, showing some mild forms of autism, but I know that even students with greater forms of autism and Down syndrome, etc., have also been participants in different board game clubs. There is a whole organization that has shown this. They're called Path of Play, and I'll put a link at the bottom of the screen right now, but I'll also put a link in the comment section below, just to, you can go check them out. So Path of Play began when this one gentleman whose son has autism, his big passions are board games and pinball games, and so his son also learned to love board games and pinball games. And one day he had this idea to invite a bunch of other people over from the community, and there was people who came over with, who were autistic, who had Down syndrome, and who were, otherwise not labeled in any other way, just sort of normal people, if you were. And so by having all these people together in this one place and playing games, pinball games, board games, it was amazing how they just kind of cohesively bonded and everything kind of flowed nicely and smoothly. And he was so impressed by this that he started this whole Path of Play organization now, where he's raising money and trying to build a center to facilitate this kind of thing. So this is, like I say, one way we can look to board games and board gaming as a way to smooth out some of those differences between us that we, even if only for the time that we're playing that game. But during that time, we also have opportunities for socialization and to meet somebody that maybe we wouldn't have talked to before. It gives us opportunities to open up to other people and to, experience a game with somebody new. So whether you attend meetups or whether you're going to start a board game club at your school or you already have one at your school, hopefully you will see board games and board gaming as an opportunity to promote equity and inclusion with students and the children and yourself in your own life. Well, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you have any questions about any of the things I was mentioning today, or if you have any suggestions of things you might like me to talk about in the future, please leave me a message in the comment section below. I do always love to hear from the viewers. But until next time, I'm Craig Thompson Wood, the board game teacher, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
coming back to school with